takes me 10 minutes to get ready to go anywhere. 20 minutes if I just woke up. I identify as queer. I don't feel like a female, but I also couldn't pull off a male. I'm very proud of my shoulders. I love my body. I wouldn't want to do anything to change it. I went to a women's college to try and figure out my gender. I felt like if I was surrounded by girls, I would have the opportunity to find if I was like them or if I wasn't. Go figure, I found out I really wasn't. I want people to treat me based on my behaviors, not on my gender. I don't want people to expect me to be one way or the other. I don't want people to expect anything of me except for to be myself. Sometimes that's difficult. But that's okay. I'm still going to be the way I am.
My college search process was really like, okay, how many all women's colleges are there and which ones can I go to? Since I've gotten here, it's been pretty warming and welcoming. The community has just been really awesome. When I go off campus, it's kind of like a reality check that not everywhere is this like safe space to be in. Even like in my elementary school years, they were like, why are you wearing boy clothes? Like, why would you do that? That is the question. Like, I don't think I could tell you how many times I've been asked that. When I was really little, like I had like my best friend, and I was like really protective of her, and like the boys would try to chase her on the playground, and I'd be like, no, like she's my best friend, like you can get your own friend. And I mean, like I never really thought guys were anything special. Like if anything, I would try to avoid them at all costs. Like throughout high school, I kind of like flew under the radar and tried to avoid like conflict with people, so I didn't really like shove my like beliefs or whatever in people's faces, but if someone did confront me, I would stand up for myself. As far as my family, they're like Catholic, conservative. They just don't really understand a lot of things like this. I haven't come out to them formally, and I'm sure that they figured it out by now, but like it's something that we just don't talk about. And yeah, I'll wear like khakis and a button-up and a sweater to family events, and it's just like it's just not talked about. I mean, just knowing that your family isn't gonna back you up for something like that is kind of hard.
After I found out I was trans, I thought about, do I want to transfer? Is Chatham still for me? I felt like I was missing a part of this, like, manhood. When, you know what, no, you have one more year left. Like, you love this school. Like, you love the people that you met. Like, if it wasn't for Chatham, like, you wouldn't be the person that you are. And I still believe in everything that Chatham stands for. They've been very accommodating on my requests of where to live. I can't be in the dorms because sharing community bathrooms, and I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I've roomed with Savannah for 3 years since our freshman year, and I requested that it was just us two, so we each had our own room. I was really scared about coming out because I thought some like really, like hardcore feminists would be like, you can't go here, like, if you're identifying as male now, like get out, like this is a women's institution. And it was a big fear of mine, but it never happened. I always knew that I liked girls. That was something that was apparent since I was like really little. But I never identified with the term lesbian, but I never personally liked that term, and I never even liked any kind of term associated with lesbian, but I just went along with it because like that's That's what it is. That's the label. That's what you fall under. I guess that's your label. Started kind of, I guess you would say, dressing more masculine towards the end of my senior year. I was always a tomboy. You know, I was always very boyish, always threw my hair up, never wore makeup, wore sweats, or like very non-gender defining clothes. In pictures you'll see like kind of a progression of my hair where it's at shoulder length, and then it's shorter, and then it's shorter, and then it's, you know, it progressively gets shorter. You know, and it's interesting because I've been saying to people, I'm, almost 7 months on hormones, and I'm now coming to the point where I look in the mirror and I actually see myself. The image that I saw myself in my head is now coming to terms with like the image that I actually am. This is truly who I am.